Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back here for another episode of the Spurs franchise series. If you guys missed the last one, we took Dallas to, 5 games. We actually got dropped off. But guys, this series has been fire. So if you guys want to see more of it, make sure you go ahead and drop a like on this video. Let's aim for 120 likes. And let's get straight into this, man. Obviously, we got a very, very young team. A great team. Brandon Boston came out of nowhere. What really was the steal of the 2021 NBA draft. Of course, we missed Keldon Johnson, and Mobley was just insane. But let's talk about this team's potential, because I believe this team has so much potential, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, look at DeJounte Murray, Mobley, guys like that, and Devin Vassell just show so much upside. And I mean, guys like Trey Jones as well. This team has so much potential. Let's really talk about what's going to happen this offseason. Obviously, player retirements. Guys like Chris Paul and Dwight Howard are going to be calling it a career as well. And that's big because obviously those are 2 Hall of Famers. We also lost a few guys on our team as well. LaMarcus Aldridge, former Spur, is calling it quits on the Hornets. George Hill, our mentor, is going to be retiring as well. And Spurs legend himself, yes, Danny Green, he's going to be calling it a career. And those are really big losses for us. But who does not retire is Pop. That man just will not retire. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But looking at this year's draft, the Rockets had 2 top 5 picks where Baldwin went 2nd, Chet went 3rd, Victor went 4th, and we picked up Peter Popovich. Yeah, that's something that we definitely need to work on. But 2K, why on earth would we not bring back Keldon Johnson, but we do bring back everybody else except for Rudy Gay? We are really trying to leverage our options in free agency, because for us, even though probably a big name guy is not going to be coming there, we can still use a lot of veterans on this team. One guy would be Robert Covington. He kind of fits a lot of the things that we need, and he fits in with the defensive system a little bit more than Rudy Gay does. And I'm not even opposed to doing this. Rudy Gay probably wants a ring chase right now, so we do end up bringing in Cub, which I don't think is a bad choice for us. We also go after more vets like Patrick Beverly. We could use him as well. And even heading into player progressions, look at our team. Everybody is increasing, and Devin Vassell is really starting to head into that territory of being just blatantly being one of our best players. And Keldon Johnson, he's looking pretty good as well. Hopping into this year's training camp, the most thing is to maximize the potential we have on this team, and that goes with our young guys. Brandon Boston showed up big for us. We also got to make sure that guys like Evan Mobley, Devin Vassell, I'm utilizing him. And lastly, how can we forget about our franchise player, Evan Mobley? All these guys matter, and why not get him a mentor in Al Horford, who still has 17 badges to somewhat contribute to this team. Overall, this team is looking really, really good. I still got to move Derrick White. I definitely want to get him up off of this team, especially with the emergence of so much of our young players. And we decide the only team that really makes sense is the Miami Heat. Now, I am going to need Jaden Springer, another wing player, which is not really good for us, but it's the only team that really makes sense to take him. And we need a first-round pick in the future. Now, this deal takes forever because honestly, no other team really made sense for him. And of course, Miami tried to finesse, but we end up taking this trade, getting Jaden Springer, a 1st and a 2nd for Derrick White, and 3 second-round picks. I think this trade makes a lot of sense for both sides. They get their 6th man, and we get Jaden Springer, somebody with so much potential, who we're actually going to be putting on the Austin Spurs in the G League, and he actually is happy to go chill out in the G League, which is great for us because normally guys go down there. Overall, we have a really good team, a really, really nice core, and I really like that trade. Grade that trade in the comment section below. And they want to start Keldon Johnson, but since this is a realistic series, we will be bringing back Keldon Johnson very, very slowly. Because even though I think he can still contribute on this team, BJ Boston was playing out of his mind. So was Keldon before he got injured, but realistically, if somebody had a torn Achilles, they would take their time with them. So we're going to be bringing him off the bench as the 7th man behind Lonnie Walker, kind of splitting those guys' minutes. But looking at this team right now, the bench with Trey Jones, Lonnie, Keldon, hopefully Keldon returns to form, Luka, Podol. This team has so much potential, and I cannot wait. And obviously, BJ Boston is really, like I said before in the last episode, and a matter of fact, last season in general, BJ Boston is really trying to make sure that Keldon has a hard time getting his job back. This man was killing it in practice, playing elite defense, shooting the ball very, very well. I have honestly mastered this guy's jump shot to a T. I'm telling you, every single time I take a shot with BJ Boston, the 3-pointer is green every single time. So I'm expecting him to have another big season and just take another step in general. Obviously, Mobley is our franchise player, and we have guys like Jarrett Allen, DeJounte Murray. I expect all these guys who take a step. Last season, I think we were like the 3rd or the 4th seed. I expect this to be even better. Oh my gosh. Keldon did struggle a little bit. We still are a rebuilding team, but they got us 6th in the power rankings. This team, I believe, can turn the corner with DeJounte. Vassell's up to an 82 overall. An 82 overall right now. This seems to me, literally last year, we took out so many of these top teams. And this team only got better. We added in a lot more veterans with Cove, with Bev, with Horford. And those guys are really just replacing some of the older players we used to actually have, which is something that the Spurs love doing. And they're going to mentor a lot of these young players. And that's why our young players are playing so well. At first, I didn't think that we really had a true superstar, but Mobley is turning into that guy. And in the next episode, we are taking on the reigning champions. So guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like it up, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure to go ahead and check out the other videos on the screen right now. And I'll see you guys in the next one because it's going to be a banger.